first time drifting the E30. So I've just pulled in, I'm getting a little bit of a rattle from the gearbox. I usually always start my video. We had to come back, he rang us and he said we're cooking food and Harvey was fuming. Oh, anyway, so usually start my videos with good morning, but it's actually the evening, and look how beautiful this looks. So we're actually down at Brands Hatch. It's about, I think it's like 6, 7 o'clock. So the E30 is over there in the pits, and this is the first ever drift day in the E30, and we're actually doing the drift demos down at Brands Hatch as well. So we did this last year in the Mustang, and it was so sick. So what happens is, obviously you guys or anyone who's at the show, they can come and they can pay a little bit of money, and they come out with one of us guys. So we've got a bunch of different cars here, and this is my first ever day drifting the E30. So what happens is, in the morning we're going to have a little bit of a shakedown, like a private kind of drift day here, just get used to the layout and get the cars warmed up and blah blah blah, and then at around 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock we're going to start taking passengers out all day. So I'm not expecting to go all day. I am expecting a couple issues with the car, hopefully not, but I am prepared for it. So I've brought all my tools, I brought everything, and the one thing I'm worried about is the diff. Now, I messaged a guy on Instagram the other day, Matt, and he was like, I believe it's Matt, sorry, when you're on camera it's hard to get everything out, and Matt was like, what diff have you got? I was like, oh, the small case one. He was like, if it lasts a day I'll be very surprised. So I know my diff is the weak point on the E30. It's a small case single air diff, so I know it's a weak point, but we're gonna have some fun. If the diff blows up, the diff blows up. It is what it is. So we're down here now, and Yogi's over here, Slice of Drifting. We're going to say hello to Yogi, and we're going to have a barbecue, and this is my favourite part. And the best thing is, this is my favourite part about drifting, just the social side of it. I don't really feel like you get this with track days and stuff, and I don't know, maybe I'm just lucky with the group of people that I know from drifting. So the best thing about it is I'm actually camping in the X5. I'm making the most out of the situation, and what I found yesterday is that when you put the rear boots, the rear floor down, the rear seats down, it becomes a flat boot. So what I've got is, I've literally put a blow-up bed in the back of the X5, and it fits perfectly. So we've got a blow-up bed in the back of the X5. Name me a better car. Name me a car that does everything like this car.
Yes, Lee!
Hey, that's it.
Well, you just built a camper. Hello. You just built a camper.
I bought
a camper.
You built a camper and you come in the X5. BMW best car, that's why. I've bought a transporter, and what's the point in it? This does everything.
And it's faster, isn't it?
Yeah, it's faster. It can tow. I mean, a transporter can tow, but it can't tow.
How many feet you got before you crashed?
Yeah, so first time properly driving E30, I drove 2 feet and I crashed into my wheel.
Oh, don't worry, I've done worse, okay? So you know the 13 that I've just painted and fitted the body kit?
We'll show it, yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
So I took it out of the body shop into a wall. Luckily for me, it was the side of the wall, so I reversed it and it caught on the wheel and not the body.
Right.
I was like this much from crashing the car. I was like,
this is why you get cheap paint jobs, because if stuff happens, you don't really care about
it. Exactly. I still care. Are you excited to test your car?
Yes, massively. I've had it up on the ramp today, and I've gone over everything. I've done so much today. I've gone over absolutely everything and painted every single, everything's good. Everything's working. I've tested it in the car.
Let me tell you guys the secret. You can never make everything. So I bet he's done all of this and something else gonna break.
I literally just said on camera, I said I'm expecting something to break, and it's probably gonna be my diff, because I've got a small case. I've got a small case diff.
You're about to say something different there.
Oh. No, we know that's not small.
A small case diff?
I've got a small case diff.
I mean, technically, are you on semis? No, you're straight out in the back.
Yeah, and it's a V8, so I don't need clutch kicks. So
it's not the clutch kick. You think the diff is what breaks? The clutch kick is breaks the diff. When you want to do something with the engine and the wheel says no,
yeah,
that's when you break everything in between.
So I was thinking,
make it loose.
Yep, high pressure.
You can clutch kick the shit out of it. You can do whatever you want, as long as there's nothing to stall it.
So no grip.
No grip.
And then we were fine.
And no stalling engine. Yeah. So that's your job.
Yeah.
Don't stall.
Right, yeah.
You have boom.
Right, yeah.
The misconception.
Luckily, we've got a V8, so we've got the torque, so we don't need to.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is the misconception people think if you do too much throttle and too much clutch,
right,
you're gonna put strain on everything.
Right.
It's the opposite. If you put all the
not
throttle
enough
and do everything, you're gonna wheel spin more,
yeah,
which is less stress on the drivetrain.
Right, okay.
But small case.
So basically, you're telling me to send it.
Send it, bro. Just not in the green poles.
So we'll have a walk around the pits. Only half the cars are here. Some are going tomorrow. This guy is super cool. We'll get him on camera. Really nice guy. This is like their company car, and they just do some crazy shit. This is Josh's 350Z, turbo 350Z. He competed in Drift League for quite a few years. Josh is over here. Josh is, remember that Harvey he talked about a minute ago where he was fuming he didn't get McDonald's? Yeah, so I took their son to get a McDonald's, and Yogi rang and said, no, we're cooking for everyone, don't get McDonald's. And then he was fuming. That's what that was about. This is Emma's S14 with an LS. Oh my God, this car's so sick. I absolutely love it. It's got an LS something. What LS is it in this? 2. Here's the E30. Looking like an absolute taxi. I don't know who's put the racing fuel next to me, but I'm definitely not on racing fuel. This is Lewis's, and this has got an M3 engine in it. I believe it's an E36 M3 engine in it. And this is a BMW E36. This has got a turbo, well, sorry, it's got an SR20. So this is an SR20 swapped E36. And then we'll go and show Yogi's cars, which are over here. Now, what's even good about this one is usually we do the passenger ride. So I've done quite a few, and obviously I've missed a few out at the start of the year because I've just not had a car. But this time is even better because obviously, you know, Yogi does the drift teaching. He's bringing his cars, and for the first time ever, they're actually doing live teaching. So obviously, Yogi's job, PHDrift, Signs of Drifting, they teach drifting. I'm sure a load of you have seen them on people's stories and things like that. But today, for the first time ever, the people don't have the choice to come out with us. They have the choice to actually drive some of these cars as well and get Yogi, and I think Josh is teaching as well, to actually teach you. So you can come to the show here at, which is either Japfest or Tuna Fest, I'm not quite sure, one of them. And then you can come and actually drive one of the cars and actually learn to drift. So you've got Yogi's S13, which we'll talk about now, that's just been built, SR20, you know, all the good stuff. And then you've got the GEA6, the E46 with the lock kit, and an E46 without a lock kit, 330i's. So you'll be driving either one of those cars, and it's just going to be sick. The weather's annoying. It's like sunny and raining, and then sunny and then raining, but it doesn't matter. We've got the... I'm going to get rid of this, because this, I just saw this on the fucking floor. We don't want to be driving over that. So it is the morning. Didn't sleep amazingly, not going to lie. Morning, Josh.
Morning.
You got a hotel last night, you know. I thought I'll be with the camp. I'll come with the camping lot, and the camping lot f***ed off. So it is the next morning. We're here at Brands Hatch. It's a bit more of a setup now. This thing is sick. So it's the S14 with an LS, another LS. I've just obviously V8 the world. A bit more of a setup this morning. I'm not entirely sure what the layout is. There's cones, but I can kind of get. Okay, it makes more sense now. So I'm going to come down here. So it's very similar to last year. The first time drifting the E30, I am very nervous, but I'm also very excited. I just want it to go well, you know. I just want it to do a good job. I'm not going to expect it to go all day, you know, and do kind of numbers like Heath does. I'm not expecting that. I'm just expecting it to do a good job. I know for a fact I'm going to come away from this wanting to change a few things, and that's fine because this is what it's all about. But I just hope it does a decent enough job. Come on, the E30, pray for the E30. So it's about 8:30 now. I think we're going to get about an hour's practice on the layout and whatever, and then we're going to start taking passengers out. So super excited. Everyone's just starting to get ready now. We've got the race suit on. I lost my race suit, so I have to borrow Ronnie, so it's way too big for me. But one of them things.
We need the transition, don't we?
Need the transition, apparently. Right, here we go, guys. First time skidding the E30. Don't know if it's third gear yet or what. Whoa. It is very snappy. It is very snappy. If you want to, yeah. So I gotta keep an eye on my temps. Sitting in the queue is not good. I'm about 80 at the minute. I've got my fan on 4. It's not dropping, but it's not going higher. So I'm hoping that it stays at like 90 and it doesn't crawl over. The biggest thing was it overheating. So we'll keep an eye on the temps, but Hopefully when we're driving we get a bit more airflow and it just pushes. If worst case, we'll just take the bonnet off if we are overheating, but we'll see how it goes for now with the bonnet on. Not sure if we want to do second or third gear either. We'll have to just kind of just see. I think we need to go third gear. So definitely third gear, second gear is just too much. Really snappy. Ollie Evans did say this, he said with the amount of caster that we've got, it's going to be snappy. And it really is snappy. He wants us to transition here, which is a really short transition for how snappy the car is. So,
Can you hear some of it?
my power steering pump?
No, I can hear like check.
No, but. So my radiator fans come loose, which is probably why my temps are getting a bit warm. So I got to find a way to. So obviously them little shitty things are not very good. Fans fixed, and our temperature is now dropping. So let's go again. Right.
So I had about an extra hour just going out, getting some laps in, getting some seat time, getting used to the car. I made a few changes to the suspension, and when I was confident, I started taking some passenger laps.
Yeah, wicked. Look at this, man. Look at this.
Have you been drifting before?
I can't wait. I can't wait. I love cars.
Have you been before? Have you been drifting?
No, I've never done this before, ever. I never get my phone up.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go out, we're going to go through the water just over there, just to cool the tyres down.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a few laps. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, we'll have some fun.
Let's go. You're such a good driver, man.
It's the first time I've ever driven this car.
Really?
Yeah.
Your first time?
First time driving this car, yeah.
Fucking hell, man. Look, if you want to ever take my car out.
This guy was an awesome passenger. I love getting people like this in the car. This was my first passenger lap, so you can still see my confidence isn't quite there in the car. I'm overcompensating on the steering wheel and I'm not letting the car do the work, but you know, we're gaining confidence throughout the day.
Have you been out in a drift car before?
I haven't.
Oh.
No. Oh, I can start. I've watched a lot of Ken Block. I know that's.
Well, I don't think we'll be that good today.
No, I don't expect
Don't be
it.
expecting Ken Block.
Been drifting long?
I've been drifting for about 2 years.
Yeah.
This is the first time out in this car though, so
What, today or?
yeah.
Right in the deep end then.
Yeah. We'll see how we get on, eh?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
So you can visibly see the difference there, you know, a lot more throttle, we're turning with the throttle and we're using a lot less steering. I'm still following the wheel with my hands just as a safety because I'm not fully sure how the car is going to react on transition, so I'm still following the wheel with my hands, but as you can see, a lot smoother.
So I've just pulled in, I'm getting a little bit of a rattle from the gearbox, well, the gearbox area, and it has slightly gone worse throughout the day. So I rang Ollie and I've chatted to Lewis here, and Ollie was saying it could be two things. He's saying it could be the release bearing, or as well, he said these gearboxes are noisy. He said it's a very common thing for these gearboxes to be noisy. So Ollie says what's happened is the oil's probably got thin as it's got hot, and then now it's just making a little bit of noise as it's ticking over. Either that or the release bearing. Lewis had a bit of a look as well, and he seems to think it's the release bearing. But for the time being, I'm going to let the car cool down, and we'll see how it gets on. The car's driving great, it's fast, it feels good. A few little nibbly things. So obviously we have some fan issues, which is fixed. We are overheating. After like 4 laps, we're getting to about 98 degrees. So the fan or the radiator isn't big enough. I've even got the bonnet off now as well, and it is still getting a bit too hot for my liking, you know. We're doing about 4 laps and, you know, we're like 98, 100 degrees, so it's okay, like that's okay. Like most fans in normal cars come on at 100 degrees, so as long as I don't go over 100, we should be okay. But it's something we're definitely going to have to figure out. We have to get some bigger fans, or I'm not quite sure because that is a big fan on there, bigger radiator. Something, we're going to have to do something because it is getting quite hot. It is a warm day, but good day though, we're doing really well. People are enjoying themselves, I'm enjoying driving the car. It's really tough to drive. It's so snappy compared to the Mustang, so doing transitions is difficult to get used to. So I am constantly just redoing the transition. Yogi was like, just do the transition, because a lot of people are just doing that corner in one and it is more fun. But Yogi's like, you're not learning that way, like you need to get used to how the car transitions. So he's making me do transitions in that really short space, so it's not fun, but I'm getting used to the car, and it's fast, and people tell me it's fast.
You say it's fast, real fast, like.
It feels fast. I've got 40 PSI in there.
You need to make more, take some of the grip out of it or something, like, because it looks rapid.
It's so fast. Yeah. I'm glad you said it. People tell me it looks cool, so mission accomplished. Oh, I had a crawl underneath, and the noise is coming from the back of the box. So I've just dropped the drain plug a little bit. Drop the drain plug a little bit, just see if there's actually oil in there, because I never checked when I bought the gearbox. And there is actually oil in there. It's really black. So I think what Ollie was saying was probably right. I think, obviously we've been driving it, it's got hot. The oil's thinned out and it's just making a bit of noise. So we're going to carry on, I'm going to let the car cool down. We're going to carry on, do some more laps, just keep an eye on it. And yeah, let's have some fun.
After spending a few hours just taking people out, chatting to some new people, talking about drifting, putting some smiles on people's faces, I really started getting confident with the car, so we had a little bit of fun towards the end of the day. Then we finished off the amazing day with one more cheeky passenger ride.
Right, we're gonna go out with this crazy bastard. So with the day coming to the end, people are trying to run through and get the trailers. I think there's a few more laps to go out, and then that's going to be the day done. And the E30 has made it. The E30 has made it. She's still going. She's still running. We've gone through one set of tyres. I can't believe I've never ever had a car that's not used as much tyres as the other. It's the tyres that I got. If it is, I'm going to have to buy some more of them. But I didn't even mean to get them, and the car, I can't believe the car's still going. But a couple issues with overheating, but everyone has, that makes it feel a little bit better. So we need to get a bigger fan, but other than that, nothing's broke. I can't believe it. I'm so chuffed. I'm so happy that we've done the whole day. I've done 17 passenger laps as well, which is okay. And the car's still there, she's ready, she's still driving, and buzzing myself. So for all you people that said, oh, it won't last a drift, it won't do that. What do you mean? We've still got about a quarter of a tank left of fuel, so I think that's about maybe 7 litres or so. So we've used about 20 litres of fuel, which again is about 20 quid, 30 quid or something like that. So done well there. We've done one set of tyres. I'm really happy, really happy with the car. Obviously this morning I was struggling driving it a little bit, just from how snappy it was in transitions, and it's a total different car. It's such short wheelbase, it's so light. We've got so much caster on the front and stuff, so you're the man, thank you very much. And I was struggling this morning. It was really hard to transition. It drives really aggressive. People were saying that, you know, it just seems so gripped up and fast and stiff, and I'm like, fuck, it feels it, mate. It just feels so stiff. And which obviously, so throughout the day, I've took all the dampers down, the gas shocks dampers, I've took them down, and I've got it at the end of the day here where it feels great to drive. It's so fun. It's such a little car with so much torque and such short gearing. Once you get used to how snappy it is unbelievable. I've done probably some of the closest driving I've ever done with people here as well in terms of tandeming. I'm really happy with how it felt in there. Still a bit of an issue with our front brakes. The brake pedal just isn't really that good, so we need to see what's going on there with the front brakes, because it is shit. But the hydro works awesome, which is amazing, and yeah, so I'm going to start packing the tools away. I think a few more people are going to go and do some laps, but other than that, I'm going to pack the tools away and start ready to go home.